Churel there, Sarfraz Khan getting a couple of half centuries. Padukane getting an opportunity here. Padikkal getting an opportunity here, getting a half century. So it's important. Akashdeep, can't forget his 3 wickets in that first hour of play in Ranchi. Of course, Mohammad Siraj, when Bumrah wasn't there, coming to the party. It's another boundary for Root. Carries on in his own merry way. So it's we'll come back to that. 171 for 8.
सिनेमा धंधा नहीं धर्म है साडा।
तूने तो बिकाऊ बना दिया है इसे। रिश्वत देता है अच्छा रिव्यू लेने के लिए।
क्या डेंजरस के रिव्यूज देखे, धज्जियां उड़ा दी तेरी।
मुझे रिव्यूज जैसे भी मिले हिट तो देता हूँ ना बॉस।
वो आते ही एक बात अच्छी तरह से समझ गई कि बॉलीवुड में खुदा सिर्फ स्टार होता है।
शुरू में अटैक करना चाहिए यार। रन रेट मेंटेन करना गिल भाई।
काफी सारी डिमांड्स है आपकी। अब हर किसी की डिमांड को पूरा करने के लिए चाहिए फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी। बजाज अलियंस लाइफ इज, इससे आपको मिलती है आपके लेवल ऑफ इनकम तय करने, अर्ली इनकम पाने या बढ़ती हुई इनकम चुनने की फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी।
Root scoring freely. Finally, we saw that slow ball from Bumrah in that last over. The 5th ball was, and the next one was dealt with in this fashion. Jadeja in the attack, 2 slips. That will make Jadeja happy. This big expansive drive from Bashir.
Yeah, I just hope he keeps playing for his partner. Partner's got some time at the crease, playing really nicely. 64. Bashir, it's not easy for guys down the bottom end of the order, particularly when the ball's doing that. Someone on your shoulder saying have a swipe, but at the moment, if he can get his head down, just try and support the man at the other end, who's one of the best players in the world.
It was tough. It was there for the defensive bat edge, not a forcing shot edge, so a bit too quick for that fielder.
He reacted well, but it was he had flashed really hard here, so it went very quickly off the bat.
It was bat, you would think, and maybe before the pad. Jadeja has been just brought in to dish out something different, and his endeavor will be to just keep targeting the stumps there. Bashir hangs in, England hang in. 175 for 8.
You've heard him comment on the players. Now see him enter the field of play. As a coach, as an umpire.
On the buzzer first with Sunbeam Lertara.
As a cheerleader.
In the Ultimate Sports Quiz 2023. It's not just a quiz, but a clash of India's youngest and brightest minds. The Ultimate Sports Quiz 2023.
Couple of wickets away, India from winning their 4th test match in the series.
In the end, a familiar script for India playing in home series. This is how they've beaten most foreign teams. And on field, Mohammad Siraj for the first time in this innings. Just talking about him, his performance on day 3 in that Rajkot test match. You're not talking so much about Jaiswal and all those guys, Shubman Gill with his batting, because they were the obvious contributors, but there were these moments which were snatched through some individual brilliance. Mohammad Siraj, the 4 wickets in that Rajkot test match. again, a good batting pitch. India got 445 and England were about 200 for 2. And then Siraj on day 3 morning did this. In the end, England all out 319. Just imagine that. 220 for 2, 319 all out. Siraj is destroyed in the middle. And the late order, England batting. Remember that game, then no Ashwin as well on that day. Went home to be with his family on that day. Bumrah started things up. That was the day when Joe Root played that reverse sweep and got caught by Jargal brilliantly at second slip. And then it was down to Siraj to sort of clean things up. And you're right, you look at key moments in the series, you look at moments where perhaps the series and the psychology of the series changed a bit. That was also the game where Joe Root dropped Rohit Sharma and India would have been 40 for 4 with a debutant coming in next. Again, key moments in the series, and Rohit Sharma was good enough to make that 100 along with Jadeja. Then the game changed. So when you look back at the series, England will say they had their chances, absolutely. They'll say they had their chances to be 2-2 coming into this one, just not been good enough to take those chances. Cluster of wickets falling. And today's been a really poor performance. In fact, this test match with the bat has been a really poor performance. And really, realistically, the game was lost on that first afternoon. Bundled out for 200 on a flat pitch. Won the toss and Ranchi did England, got 353. And India was in trouble in the first innings. Yeah, and who was not out in that innings at the end? Joe Root on 120. Again, he barely played a shot in anger at the end there, but they lost 3 or 4 quick wickets right at the end and left Joe Root, the best player, arguably one of the best in the world, on 122, I think it was. So you could say there was maybe a few more runs left out there. But these are all things that you reflect on. Add up to perhaps being something bigger than they are, but they've had their chances. The problem is you have to come back 4 years from now to make the most of it. Another boundary for Root. That's when you talk, that's something that stays on your mind. When you miss those opportunities, you know it's a long time since you come back, and there'll be a lot of players who will not be part of that outfit. And it adds to the pressure because when you go back, you say another series gone, another series gone, another series gone. When you come back after 4 years, that'll come back to haunt you. Yeah, remember England not the only side that do that as well. Lovely shot. Just a little too wide. And Joe just enjoying himself out there. He's feasting on some short and some full deliveries. 93 for 8. कप्तान से लोग सवाल तो बहुत पूछते हैं, पर सवाल कुछ भी हो, जवाब मेहनत ही है, क्योंकि मेहनत से ही तो बनता है नाम। अब नाम होगा हरमनप्रीत का हर जुबां पर। देखिए टाटा WPL, जियो सिनेमा और स्पोर्ट्स 18 पर लाइव। Jadeja will continue. Quite happy to give him runs if he wants to take the risk. All fielders either saving a single or ready to take a catch. I think he's the one player, or one of the players that trusts his ability to defend with a straight bat against the spinners. Goes back and forward, picks length well, Joe Root. Actually, it'd be interesting to get your guys' views, because when England will be back here in a few years' time, I would say working on that confidence to come forward and belief in that defensive technique to feel like you can survive and get through tricky phases. What do you guys say? Absolutely. I mean, look at the guys who got runs in the past. Whether it's Root, whether it's Alistair Cook, and in years gone by. It's blokes who have trusted their defence. and give yourself a chance to get in. People say it's always hard to start an innings in India, especially in the middle order. It is, but then if you don't give yourself a chance to get in, you then make up your mind what shots you can play or not. You're going to fail more often than not. And then you're going to make it harder for the next man coming in. Just want to respect also that the cricketing landscape is changing as well. Not too many young batters will come to this level with defense being their main strength. They always say play to your strength. Most young modern batters, that will not be their main strength because of the way cricket is today. 183 per 8. Last over 10 runs needed. That's in the air. He's dropped it. That's our idea on Geo Cinema. सब यहाँ और यहाँ. A couple of nails to be hammered, delaying the inevitable. England trailing by 76. Joe Root 72, undefeated in the company of Shoaib Bashir, who's batted well. And for the first time in his innings, Mohammad Siraj came on to bowl, conceded a few runs. In fact, a couple of boundaries there in his first over. And just the one over, by the looks of it. Because there's going to be a bowling change. Kuldeep Yadav replacing Mohammad Siraj after just one over. Alongside Sunny G and Graham Swan. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Karthik. Good afternoon, Graham. Good afternoon, everybody. The last maybe half an hour, one gets a sense that the intensity has just gone down. They've considered loads of runs, 42 runs. Bashir has got 13. The boundaries that the Root has picked off the 5th and 6th delivery of the overs. Just feel that maybe the Indians are already thinking the match is won. And therefore the intensity is probably not quite the same as it was at the start of the England second innings. Yeah, absolutely. Sunny, good afternoon, Karthik. The intensity has dropped. It always happens whenever the captains start spreading the field to the in-batsman, saying, okay, you can have a single. Then you get 3 or 4 blocks, and then Joe Root definitely be eyeing up 100. His own personal tally. So the game goes into a sort of weird slumber while you wait for the inevitable to happen. Here we go again. First 3 balls of the over. In this situation, I don't see why you do it. Bring all the fielders in and say, look, you were struggling to score runs when the fielders were in, when the pressure was on. So let's put some more pressure on you. If Joe Root then wants to attack and try and hit boundaries, you get the chance of getting him out. At the moment, it just meanders along. That brings out the big sweep, but maybe the impact was outside the off stump. Yes, you can say that because he's changed his guard. As soon as Kuldeep went round the wicket, he changed his guard a little bit, went closer to the off stump. Put away. This time he takes the single. And this was the sort of a muted appeal because brought out the sweep, maybe an under edge too. As it hit the shoe and the pads. Kuldeep Yadav just politely inquiring, yes, confirming the under edge. How do you look at this series? Well, it could have been 2-all coming into Dharamshala, but it has not been the case, and suddenly England literally capitulating in this game on a good wicket, 2-1-8, and then already 84 for 8. How do you sum up the series for England? Yeah, it's obviously one of disappointment. You can't hide from that. What I would actually do if I was looking at the series, I'd take this test match off. Look at the other ones. England have been nowhere in this game. Never looked like competing, but they've competed at times and been the better team in all the other test matches. So inevitably there'll be doom and gloom. And as in England, we love a good moan, so we'll pick the bones out of it and we'll blame everything. There'll be calls for Bazball to be scrapped and all sorts. What it showed is that this Indian team at home have just, whenever they've got the chance to win the game, they've taken it with both hands, been ruthless. England lads haven't quite been able to match that, especially with the bat in hand. And there's no point winning half the game in a test match, you have to win the whole thing. The positives that have come out of it, without a doubt, the opening pair, Crawley and Duckett today aside, have been sensational, in my view. And the spin bowlers, the young spinners coming through, have been brilliant. I mean, I think we've got a far better return out of those two than we could possibly have hoped for. And it's strange that the area that you think would have taken care of itself, the middle order, has been the area that's let us down. So, yeah, absolutely one of disappointment for Bath McCullum and Ben Stokes. But I don't think it's as doom and gloom as many people will make out. This time he's been beaten on the inside, but again a muted appeal, 184 free. Savitri, ये partnership तो बहुत गड़बड़ लग रहा है. Best moment now, anything can happen. Correct? किसको select किया इसको? He's on a sticky wicket here. मुझे तो पहले से डाउट था. That's the ball. That's IPL और Jio Cinema. सब यहाँ और कहाँ? Runs for the 3 wickets in the session so far, the last half hour, in wicketless. Ravindra Jadeja. Now trying to anticipate there, Shubman Gill going too fine. In the reverse scoop, all along the ground for Joe Root. That's a scoop that caused so much consternation earlier in the trip. Had Shubman Gill not gone the other way, was there a chance? Don't think it would have carried. But he tries to anticipate. With the bowler, it makes your blood boil. You want your fielders to anticipate, but when it goes wrong... Bowling, go away! You think, why couldn't you not anticipate just that one ball? With 4 more to Joe Root. To that. He went onto the pad. Don't think it carried to Shubman Gill. Well, they're not going to ask. There's definite edge there. That sounded very woody. Joe Root's fairly dangerously. He's had a couple of referrals against him, but he's clearly hit nearly everything today. Let's have a look. Beautifully bowled. Oh, wow. A very good delivery to Joe Root. We struggled to get replays in, sorry, when Jadeja's bowling. I hope you understand at home. He's so quick between deliveries. Extra fielder. Once again, just a little bit of turn. And you play back at your own peril. If you're playing against Ravindra Jadeja, especially the ball starts turning. It's a little bit of defiance from the English lower order. And the partnership of 48 has been broken by the left-arm spinner. So England are 9 down. Yes, I think the ball's kept low. He's a tall man. No, it hasn't actually. He was just standing up, tall, and then it wanted to refer it. We just saw a little bit where he's asking for the referral. For what? Yes, it might not have hit the middle stump. It might have hit the off stump, but it is still bold, young man. He's gone for 13, 189 for 9. बिग बॉस का नया सीजन जल्द ही लौट आएगा और तब तक नया रोमांस, नया ड्रामा, गेट लॉस्ट मंगल, नई रियलिटी और एक्शन आपका दिल बहलाएगा, वो भी फ्री में। देखते रहिए जियो सिनेमा। From making India bat again, Jimmy Anderson walks out at number 11. Just got to 700 this morning, 700 wickets. Very soon he has had to put his pads on, 189 for 9. बहुत पूछते हैं, पर सवाल कुछ भी हो, जवाब मेहनत ही है, क्योंकि मेहनत से ही तो बनता है नाम। अब नाम होगा हरमनप्रीत का हर जुबान पर। देखिए टाटा WPL, जियो सिनेमा और स्पोर्ट्स 18 पर लाइव। Cheering, it's been a wonderful setting here in Dharamshala, this final test match of the IDFC First Bank Series. It's just the third. पहुंच गए 82। इनकी तो कोशिश है कि वो शतक लगाया जाए, पर क्या जिमी एंडरसन उनको सपोर्ट दे पाएंगे कि नहीं? क्योंकि कुलदीप ने सारे फील्डर यहाँ पर बाउंड्री लाइन पे लिए हुए। वैसे अगर आप देखने जाओगे तो उसकी कोई जरूरत है नहीं यहाँ पर। सिंगल रूट वैसे भी लेंगे नहीं। बड़े शॉट अगर लगाने जाएंगे तो आपके पास बतौर गेंदबाज मौका भी बनेगा। रविंद्र जडेजा ने वही किया जो रविंद्र जडेजा करते हैं। विकेट में इनकी पिचिंग हुई और वो सभी को कंफ्यूज किया है। बशीर ने आउट हुए थे ये क्लीन बोल्ड, तभी जो रूट भी वहां पर हंसी रोक नहीं पा रहे थे। बहुत जल्दी उन्होंने कहा कि मैं तो रिव्यू लूंगा, मुझे नहीं लगता है कि मैं आउट हूँ। बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट थे कि मेरे बल्ले से तो बॉल लगी नहीं है, DRS लेना तो बनता है, पर ये भूल गए कि बल्ले से नहीं, वो विकेट से जाके बॉल टकरा गई थी। और उस साझेदारी को तोड़ दिया था जडेजा ने पिछले ओवर में। यहाँ पर देखना है क्या होता है। अभी भी जो रूट ने अब इस बार रन ले लिया है, इसका मतलब है कि कुछ गेंदें बाकी हैं। वो 2 गेंद अभी खेलना बाकी है जिमी एंडरसन के लिए। ऊपर ले आइए फील्डर को, अटैकिंग फील्ड लगा दीजिए। 2 बॉल है आपके पास इस मैच को खत्म करने के लिए, इस टेस्ट मैच को जीतने के लिए और इस श्रृंखला को जीतने के लिए, और वो भी 4-1 से। आज इनकी सुबह जो है वो शानदार रही थी जिमी एंडरसन की। 700 टेस्ट विकेट, ये मुकाम आज हासिल किया है इस खिलाड़ी ने। जबरदस्त पेस बॉलर, पहला पेस बॉलर जिन्होंने ये मुकाम हासिल किया है। 700 विकेट, तो क्या ये 10th विकेट साबित होंगे या यहाँ विकेट गिरेगा जिमी एंडरसन का, भारत ये मुकाबला जीतेगा? लेग बिफोर या क्लीन बोल्ड करने का प्रयास करेंगे यहाँ पर कुलदीप यादव। 2 स्लिप भी वहाँ पर लगाई है, शॉर्ट लेग का खिलाड़ी भी मौजूद। अच्छा डिफेंस एंडरसन का, डिफेंस के साथ ये और भी समाप्त होगा। देखिए इंडियन सुपर लीग चेन्नई एफसी वर्सेस हैदराबाद एफसी आज रात लाइव जियो सिनेमा स्पोर्ट्स 18 पर। जो रूट हट गए थे बहुत जल्दी आ गए जडेजा, और ये कितनी बार होता है, इतना जल्दी वो तैयार हो जाते हैं बॉलिंग करने के लिए, पर इस बार जो रूट तैयार थे नहीं। जिमी एंडरसन और जो रूट, जिमी एंडरसन की कोशिश तो यही होगी कि जो रूट यहाँ शतक लगा ले। अब जगह क्या क्या है जहाँ पर जो रूट ट्राई कर सकते हैं शॉट लगाने के लिए या फिर चौका लगाने के लिए, तो कम से कम 2 रन लेने के लिए। अच्छी गेंद डाली यहाँ पर, मौका ही नहीं है यहाँ। नहीं, ये अपना गेम ज्यादा बदलने के लिए कोशिश नहीं करेंगे यहाँ पर। और जडेजा ने उनको वैसे भी परेशान किया हुआ है, पहले पारी में भी आउट किया था, यहाँ पर पिछले ओवर में भी आपको वो देखने मिला, एक लेग बिफोर विकेट की अपील भी हुई थी। वो हल्की सी गेंद वहाँ पर पिच से टर्न हुई थी। रविंद्र जडेजा यहाँ पर तेज विकेट्स में पिचिंग कराने देख रहे हैं, वहाँ से एक आध गेंद टर्न होगी तो फिर दिक्कतें हो सकती है रोड के लिए। चौथे गेंद पर इन्हें सिंगल लेने से कोई संकोच नहीं है, कह रहे 2 गेंदें तो एंडरसन निकाल लेंगे बराबर से, और उसी तरीके से चलने देंगे चीजों को आगे। यही तो है जहर, ये 2 गेंद निकाल सकते हैं कि नहीं जिमी एंडरसन, विश्वास तो यह जडेजा को होना चाहिए। अब पिछले ओवर की अंतिम गेंद पर वो सॉलिड कॉपी बुक डिफेंस किया था जिमी एंडरसन ने, वो देखना बनता है। अंदरूनी किनारा लगा पर कोई रन लिया नहीं। ये हुआ था पिछले ओवर की आखिरी गेंद पर कुलदीप यादव के सामने ये कॉपी बुक डिफेंस। ये थी लास्ट डिलीवरी, और इसके बाद क्या हुआ, उनके पिताजी आए हुए हैं, ये देखिए कितना ज्यादा खुश हुए। 700 विकेट जब लिया था वहाँ भी मौजूद थे, और ये डिफेंस जो हुआ वहाँ पर भी मौजूद थे। ये कह रहे थे कि बैटिंग भी कर सकता है ये लड़का। ओवर समाप्त 195 पर 9। WPL में देखिए मुंबई इंडियंस वर्सेस गुजरात जायंट्स आज शाम 6:30 बजे जियो सिनेमा और स्पोर्ट्स 18 पर लाइव। IDFC फर्स्ट बैंक टेस्ट सीरीज में भारत ने ली है 4-1 से जीत। पहला मैच इस श्रृंखला का भारत हारा था, और वहां से इस तरीके से श्रृंखला को खत्म करना काबिल तारीफ है। खिलाड़ियों का योगदान भी रहा है। बुमराह की बहुत ही अच्छी गेंदबाजी हमें देखने मिली सीरीज में। अश्विन के 100 टेस्ट, 5 डेब्यूटेंट्स, रोहित शर्मा की लीडरशिप, उनके 2 शतक इस सीरीज में। काफी सारे उतार चढ़ाव देखने मिले, बेसबॉल की काफी चर्चा रही, लेकिन यहाँ पर काफी पॉजिटिव्स के साथ भारत इस श्रृंखला को खत्म करने में कामयाब रहा है। और कहते हैं आप अपने आगाज से नहीं अपने अंजाम से पहचाने जाते हैं।